Hi guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, Momma Jess Knits. I'm Jess. You can find me on Instagram as Momma Jess Knits. You can find me on Ravelry as J Strack. Today is October the 29th, 2019, and I'm filming episode 2. Last episode, I told you all that I am a mom and a substitute teacher, a knitter, and told you a little bit about my kids. And we have a new family member that I wanted to introduce you to. And I'm going to do it quickly because he's starting to get a little antsy and he's actually whining a little bit. So my daughter's going to bring him over. This is Bear. Isn't he adorable? He's a golden shepherd, which means he's a golden retriever and German shepherd mix. And we got him Sunday. His dad was 100% German shepherd and his mom is a shepherd golden retriever mix. So he's got a lot of shepherd in him. But anyway, oh, nope.
You don't bite the native
He is still in his little puppy stage and he's chewing. Anyway, so say bye, Bear. Say bye-bye. Okay. Anyway, I just wanted to introduce you to our newest cute little family member. That was my daughter, Natalie, who handed him off to me. And I taught her how to knit socks. She's just starting out. She's doing a great job. Somehow, though, her sock keeps getting flipped inside out. So if anybody who is a knitter has any tips that they can give to help with that, she's doing the magic loop method. If you have any tips on how to do that, or maybe it's okay to knit them inside out. I do have a friend that goes to one of my knitting groups that knits her socks inside out, and they always turn out great, so I don't know. But anyway, so I taught one of my children how to knit socks this week. Alright, I'm going to talk about my FOs, or for those of you who are not knitters, finished objects is what FO stand for. And this is my first one. I finished my covered cowl. Or not cowl, it's actually a shawl. I'm sorry, my covered shawl. And this is by Alicia Plummer. And it is gorgeous, you guys. It's nice and big. Texture of it is beautiful. The color is beautiful. Ooh, I'm getting blown out. Sorry about that. I knit this shawl. Once again, the pattern is covered, and it is by Alicia Plummer, who I mentioned before. I really love her designs. I knit that in Barocco Vintage, color number 5182, and I used a size 9 needle, just what the pattern had called for, and it turned out wonderful. I love it. And then I also finished the socks that I were doing. Doing 2 at a time. Not Netflix. Oh my gosh, guys, I'm so tired today. Knit Picks, Felici yarn. The colorway's Harvest. And I just did what they call a plain vanilla sock. It's a pattern that's not on the internet. A lady at a knitting shop made it up, and I've been knitting it for years. Aren't they so cute? I just love them. I just love all the colors, and that's pretty true to color right there. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. So I finished those 2 products. I made some, this is a crocheted pattern. It's just made up by me. Dishcloth. And then I also did this dishcloth, which is the Grandma's Favorite pattern by PJ Allen. And the yarn that I use for both of these are sugar and cream yarn. I had a lady that ordered some dishcloths, and I'm making some dishcloths for a swap that I'm doing. So just simple little dishcloths. But people love them. My mom loves them. Other family members love them. I love them. I just haven't made any in a while. So I think on my last podcast I mentioned that I might sometimes show some sewing projects. So I am going to show you some of these. And you're sitting here thinking, what on earth did she just flash in our face? So these are reusable sandwich baggies. You just flip them out. Put your snacks or your sandwich down in there. Flip it right back. Super easy for kids to use. I've got all kinds of cute little different patterns. Superheroes. More superheroes. Then I have some that are more geared towards like adults, like chevron and solid color, Super Mario, anchors, even some just all kinds. Anyway, I sell these to people in my neighborhood and town and the schools I work at. Super easy. Great way to, stop using so many plastic baggies. Although I will admit, I am guilty and I still use a lot of plastic bags. Honestly, I kind of forgot that I had made them and set them aside, and I know, bad. I'm trying to get better at that. All right, so that's all of my FOs or finished objects for the week. And now I'm going to move on to my whips, which is a term that we knitters use for works in progress. So I'm going to show you this one just because it's the closest one to me. It is a hat, and it's a cabled little hat. Oh, it's getting blown out by my lights. You take the brim of this and you fold it up, so it makes it a little bit thicker, a little warmer, and then the top will be nice and cabled. And this yarn is Knit Picks Brava worsted in the colorway Wine. And I think when I finish it, I've got a bunch of those little fuzzy faux fur pom-poms. I think I'm going to put maybe a gray one on top of this. What do you guys think? You think that would look good? Let me know down below. So that's one of my whips. Another one, which is not much of one, is another little, oh my goodness, it's all tangled up. Another little washcloth. Like I said, I had somebody order some, and I'm going to give away some. So, and this is actually all three, well, to the two that I have made, I made from this skein, and I still have quite a bit left, so I'm pretty sure I can get another one. And then I was thinking about striping this pretty teal with like almost like what I call like a baby pink, girl pink, that has some white in it. And I was thinking about striping that. I think that would look good. Now this is, actually before I show you that, I'm going to show you, I got some work done on my husband's socks, but I have to be quiet because he's actually home today. He doesn't know about these. So this is my Ginger Snap That bag. I don't know if I showed you guys the inside of this. Isn't that adorable? Love it. Anyway, I'm almost halfway done with the leg. I love how this is striping. Oops, sorry about that. I love how this is striping up on its own, making such a cool pattern. And this yarn is this online super sock bamboo. It's got some bamboo in it, which I've never knit with bamboo before, so I've never made socks with bamboo, so hopefully it turns out pretty well. He's pretty good on his socks. So far we don't have any holes in the socks I've made him, and one pair is 5-6 years old, so we're doing pretty good on that one. Love this bag, it's so cute. Sorry, I'm looking where I can set this stuff. Alright, so right now the biggest project I have that I'm working on, and it's gorgeous. I can't remember if I showed you guys a picture of what it's going to look like when I'm done or not last podcast, but it is the Cape Elizabeth by Alicia Plummer, and that is what it is going to look like when I'm done. And I'm making this for a lady at her orthodontist office who's going to gift it to her grandmother for Christmas. And look at that. Isn't that so pretty? I apologize about the light today, you guys. There we go. Hold it out like that. You can get a better view of it. I love this lacy design on the end here. And that is in my Malabrigo Rios in the colorway that I cannot pronounce. And I'm using I'm using the pattern size needle that it calls for on there. I had to buy that book, so I don't want to give away too much of the pattern, and you can buy the pattern individually online, I believe. I'm pretty positive that you can get it individually online. But I bought the book because I love so many of the patterns in it, because I got a little bit of a preview of the patterns, and I just love so many of the patterns that were in there. So I thought, well, I'm going to buy the book. All right, so that I have more things that are on my needles, but I didn't want to drag them all in here and go through them all, because I'm a person who will knit on something and then get bored with it. So then I switch to something else. So those are the main projects that I'm working on right now. And now I will tell you what I want to make, which is I want to make some more of the, I want to make at least two more of the covered shawl by Alicia Plummer, the one that I finished and showed you guys. And then I want to make another one in that beautiful orange that I showed you guys last week. And the third one would be in that mustardy yellow brown color that I showed you guys last week. But I haven't gotten a chance to start the second one of that at all this week. It's been a little crazy this week. And then I have some Halloween socks that I want to make. But, hello.
Hi.
This is my youngest daughter, Avery. Can you say hi?
Hi.
Your grandma's probably going to watch this.
I'm wearing her badge.
Yes, I worked today, so she's got on my badge. I want to cast on my Halloween socks that I showed you guys last week. And I went ahead and got them. I got my yarn wound. This is going to be the heels and toes. Last week I showed you a pair of socks that had purple on the heel and purple on the toe. So this one will have orange on the heel and orange on the toe. And then this, I've already got caked up, and it will be the main body of my sock. Sorry, my another daughter was waving at me. She probably won't come on here. She's a little bit shy. And then I want to start my Christmas socks for my kids. I don't have Christmas yarn for myself yet, but I do have all of the Christmas yarn, I think, bought and ready to go for my kids. So those are the next couple things that I want to get started on. I also want to make my husband some Christmas colored socks or a Christmas colorway. But I don't know if I'm going to get there. So my goal is to have the other socks that I showed you finished by Christmas. So that's my future. I want to cast on. I want to make. I will knit. And I wanted to show you some stuff that I won and some stuff that I bought. So I'm going to move along to some stuff that I won. So I entered a cowl or a knit along that was from spring to summer, and it was just socks. So every pair of socks that you made, you got to enter on Rivalry into this group that I'm in. And then she picked random numbers, and I was one of the lucky winners. I was really surprised because I don't usually win a lot of stuff. Anyway, so the knit along was run by the Crazy Sock Lady, and she sent me one of her pins, which I just love. Thank you, Kay, from the Crazy Sock Lady. I won this bag. Is that not the cutest? With all the little woodland creatures. And then the inside is just solid pink. So I won this bag. This is called a double pointed needle cozy keeper, I believe. I might be wrong on the name of that. But you unsnap it and you slide your needles down in there. And you can also slide like your sock needles down in there. And you just slide them in. Well, maybe. It looks a lot easier when other people do it. Anyway, you slide it in and you snap it, and that keeps your project from sliding off the needles. Fabulous, because there have been times where I've pulled socks out of my bag and gone, oh no, I lost some stitches, which means some of my stitches had slipped off, and I'd have to go back in and pick them up and try to fix the mistake. That I can't wait to use, which I'm going to use when I do my Halloween socks, because I have them down in this bag. And then also in the bag, this is so cute, guys. So there is, and I can't remember the proper name for this. It's a progress keeper. That's what it is, a progress keeper. And you can put it on your projects. Like whenever you're doing a podcast, you can put it on your projects to show how much work you've done from where this is marked. But let's see. My little project keeper, if I can keep it still, is a little bunny holding a flower. How cute is that? That's adorable. And that was in there. And then, oh my gosh, you guys, a skein of yarn was in there, because what's a swap without a yarn prize or whatever, without a skein? Some gorgeous yarn. So all of this is from the Angora Moose, except for, the first pin that I showed that is from Crazy Sock Lady. This colorway is called Honeysuckle Syrup, and I don't know, yeah, you can. This has some sparkle in it, and it is like the most gorgeous shade of pinky peach. Super soft, and it's It's 75 or 70% superwash merino, 20% nylon, and 10% stellina, which the stellina is the sparkle that's in here. And the nylon, you know, just keeps it sturdy so you can wear it as socks. But look at her label. Is that not the cutest little thing? And I believe that she has, I think she has an Etsy shop, but I don't think that it's open until, I think she's going to reopen it in November, I think is what I remember reading. I'll double check on that and try to let you know. So that is what I won. Isn't that a great prize? Oh my gosh. Oh, I wanted to show you guys because I think I mentioned last time that I had a box of socks that I'm knitting for myself. So what that means is that every time I knit a pair of socks, for myself, I put them in this box, and in December, the goal is to have 12 pairs of socks. So that starting in January, you'll have 12 new pairs of socks that you've knit. Because right now I only have, I think, 4 pairs of socks that 3 of which I've knit myself and 1 that was gifted to me. And I just rotate throughout the winter with those. So this way I have 12 new pairs of socks. So here is my box of socks so far. Now, I did have 2 or 3 other pairs in here. 3. I did have 3 other pairs in here, but I ended up selling them. And so, now I only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then I'll put my striped ones. I will put these in there also. So those will be worn next fall, which I cannot wait for. So that is my box of socks. And I wanted to share those with you since I had talked a little bit about a box of socks, and you guys are probably sitting there going, what does she mean, a box of socks? That's my box of socks. So I had to order, yes, I had to order some yarn. Sorry, it's going to be kind of crinkly for a second. I had to order some yarn for a night shift shawl that I'm making one of my children's teachers from last year. And I finally got that yarn. Isn't that gorgeous? So her shawl is going to be the shawl that has, sorry guys, I think I'm getting a cold. Her shawl is going to be the one that I was telling you about that's going to have, I believe we're doing a black background, and then it's going to have ombre or fade of different shades of teal. So once I start working on that, I will definitely show you guys. Okay, so this color I got, it had no description, and I was looking for more of like a mustardy yellow, not super bright, caution sign yellow. Thankfully, my daughter's high school colors are purple and gold. So I think I'm going to try to make some hats or something out of this, because that's super bright. And I don't see me putting it or wearing it with just that color. Then I decided that I wanted to just get some basic color. So this color is called Silver, and it's so beautiful. So beautiful. So that's going to be a hat. Actually, that's probably going to be a hat like the cable hat that I showed you earlier. Okay, you're going to need to put your sunglasses on for this next one, because it's ultra bright too. I ordered this because I was thinking about making my youngest daughter, who's 10, some like bright, cheerful socks. These are definitely gonna be bright. The color is called Pucker. hot, hot pink. She'll probably love them. And then I got this beautiful color, which is called Duchess Heather. More socks. And then I got this color, although one skein of this I think I'm going to use in a cowl that I'm making, and then the other two will go into socks. But this is like a gorgeous, like, sapphire greenish color, and it's heathered. It's really beautiful. It's called Rainforest Heather. It's just gorgeous, you guys. And then I love blue, for those of you who don't know. And so this one's called North Pole Heather. And I thought that would make some cute winter socks. Christmassy. North Pole. So the Christmas socks that I'm planning on making my children, and they already all know this, I am planning on using this yarn for that. And one is called Hollyberry, and one is called Everglade Heather. So what I'll do is, some of the socks, the body will be green, the heels and toes will be this Hollyberry, and then the other ones, the body will be red, or the Hollyberry, and the heels and toes will be this evergreen Heather. So I think those will be super cute. And then if I really get where I want to sew in a bunch of ends, which means I'm going to have a lot of little ends left that I have to weave into my, like this little loose thread, I'll have to weave those into the socks. I might add some cream or white to them also, maybe try to do some stripes. I haven't ever like actually done stripes myself. The stripy socks that I have, the yarn itself does that. So I've never actually had to, knit, 10 rows and then change my color and knit another 10 rows and then change my color and knit another 10 rows. I've never tried that before, so I may give that a try. We'll see. And then I also have some green stripes. I made my son some Minecraft socks, and I have a little bit of green yarn left from that is some different color green. So I think his Christmas socks will probably be those with red heels and toes. Kind of debating on whether I want to do the part of the cuff, which means like this is the cuff of a sock, and you can make this as big, as long or as short as you want. And I know that some people will take and they'll do like 20 some odd rows, so they'll have like a cuff like this, and then this will be plain knit, and then they'll have like, this will be one color that matches the heels, which matches the toes, so this might be like red up here, red here, and then have his socks be green striped through here. I haven't decided yet. Still toying with that idea. I've never done like different colored cuffs and heels and toes. I just started out doing heels and toes just a few months ago, actually. But anyway, let me know what you think. If you have any questions, you can leave them below and I will try to answer them. I'm going to try to put in my notes, sorry guys, I'm going to try to put below my notes, like who that shawl was by, the name of that shawl. I will try to link the Etsy shop for the Angora Moose if if she has an Etsy shop. I can't remember if it's just a regular website. And I'm trying to look on her ball band. Yeah, I'm not seeing a website, so I will I'll try to, if I find out she's got an Etsy store, I'll try to link that on there. And I think hers would be the only one I need to link. And then I'll also try to remember to go in and link the Etsy shop for the shawl cuff that I wore last week. I'm kind of, I'm new to this. This is only my second episode, so I wasn't really sure how to go in and add all those details and links and all that, but I think I've got it figured out. So whenever I upload this, I will try to link those. Thank you guys so much for coming back and watching my second episode of Momma Jess Knits. And if you like this, please subscribe or give me a thumbs up. That would be great. And thank you so much for taking time out of your day to join me on my episode. Have a great rest of your week.